That felt like the most important takeaway from Thursday's opening round at the Hero World Challenge, Woods' first tournament since the Masters and since his sub-talar fusion surgery. Woods looks like he can do this. In recent comebacks, his swing has looked good and his game has looked sharp, but over the course of 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 rounds, his body hasn't kept up. But if Thursday's biggest question was whether Woods looks healthy enough to have a future playing a limited professional golfing schedule, the answer was exciting. So far, so good. I was dealing with bone on bone for a number of months, Woods said, referring to pain in his now fused ankle. I don't have to worry about that anymore. That still doesn't mean Woods is all the way 100% healthy. He still walks with a slight limp. He aches, and his ankle may not hurt like it did, but he describes the pain as having redirected elsewhere. Asked where he feels sore, he tried for a one-word answer, everywhere, but gave more specifics too. My leg, my back, my neck. Just from playing, hitting shots, and trying to hold off shots, he said. It's just different at game speed too. Game speed's a lot different than at home speed. That speed was encouraging from the jump. Woods smoked his opening tee shot 326 yards down the middle of the first fairway. Later in the round, he was measured at 177 min/ph ball speed with his driver, well above tour average. Things started good and stayed that way for a while. Through 14 holes, Woods was 1 under par on relatively windy day at Albany, not far off the lead. But things didn't finish as well as they'd started. At number 15, a short, downwind par 5, Woods drove his ball into a bush and wound up making double bogey. 2 more bogeys follow it and he settled for a 3 over par 75, bettering just 2 golfers in the 20-player field. It wasn't until Woods' post-round remarks that we entered unfamiliar territory. Woods has faced questions after nearly every round of his professional life, good or bad, but while we're used to him explaining poor results with references to his swing, his body, or his execution, one area has generally remained untouchable, his mind. But not on Thursday. I had, really, a lack of commitment through the middle part of my round and finishing, he said. I just didn't quite commit to what I was doing and feeling. A couple shots in particular drew Woods' ire. His tee shot at the par 5 11th squirted out to the right and forced a layup. His iron shot on the par 3 12th started way right and stayed there, leading to bogey. And a quick hook driver at number 15 led to double. In fact, golfers at every level of the game struggle with committing to a shot, and waffling between swing thoughts is often the worst possible sin. But for Woods, whose ment has always been a fortress, it was notably different to hear him admit it. I wanted to play. I felt like I was ready to compete and play. I hit it solid most of the day, he said. As I said, I just didn't mentally do the things I normally would do and I need to do.